So from your perspective, like being a really, really lean team, like what are the challenges that come with that? But also, what are the opportunities? Where do you start to really break out of this feeling of maybe feeling overwhelmed to really feeling, like you said, like an HR superhero, right? Where you've got everything, humming like a well-oiled machine.
Ooh, you just took me back. I got to take a second to get into this because that was a time. So I think the first thing is just understanding that this is a thing, this is my thing, and I got to get through it, right? Like it was a time. It was a time to be had. I was solely running the day-to-day operations of this 100-person organization, all functions of HR. So, and nothing stopped, right? It was always going. So it was the recruitment. It was the employee relations. It was the new hire onboarding. I was in every interview. I was part of every interview panel. Everyone. Oh, I had payroll. Let's go on. We can go on and on and on. Oh, and then we were implementing a new HRIS system. And who was the lead for that? Me too. I had a person working for me at the time, and she was more committed. She was committed to me. So HR wasn't her thing. She wasn't really interested in it, but she was so dedicated to me. And so she was there to help, but there was some limitations in which she could touch, what she could do, not just from a training and development standpoint, right? And the challenges, it was being everything to everyone at all times. It was the people who I was supporting not extending grace. My thing is important and is important. So where is this? Where is this? So it was like, okay, hold up. You just sent this over, just here's the SLA, the service level agreement. Give me 48 hours to get back to you. 48 hours was too long. Why can't you get back to me in the same day, right? Is this idea of, again, having clear, defined expectations. I was trying to implement some of those SLAs, right? Like, because I needed to do things to slow me down. So the challenges was always ensuring the integrity in the work, because you're touching too many things. Everything is urgent at all levels within the organization. So ensuring the integrity, making sure that we aren't cutting corners, because compliance is real, whether it's at the state level, the federal level, and then just like, what are your own measures of success in doing things right? Like, I have to make sure that I can sleep well at night. So doing anything wrong and cutting corners, it doesn't work for me personally. Ensuring that I was managing up, managing across, and managing down. So communicating at all levels and not forgetting something. And so the same things, again, that was problems, they ended up being opportunities, because I am an open communicator. I was making sure that I'm taking notes and that I'm giving the right information to the right people at the right time. I started to, once the HRIS system got up to date, we didn't try to do it all. So I'm famous for helping people to learn how to pump the brakes. I'm like, all right, we got to slow down here. But we put in place the systems that would help us most. So obviously payroll. But then the next thing was like the employee self-service. So we got some of the things automated that would give employees the answers. And so they weren't coming to me directly to change their taxes, to update their 401k contribution. And then I created kind of a long-term plan. And then I communicated that to not just my manager, but to the CEO, to the stakeholders, right? And what that did was, and which this is the scary part. This can be scary for a lot of people. You know that your leader or the leaders want to see this thing and they want to see it tomorrow, if not today at 6 p.m. And then telling them that we gotta hold, that we gotta rearrange the way that we're thinking about this when they're gung-ho. But the thing is not just saying, I can't do this because it's too much. Why is this? Let's make it tangible for them. If we try to do all of these things, what do we lose in the process? Then what else is not happening as a result of doing this? And then what does that do to the employees? What does that do to the candidates? How could that negatively impact payroll, right? So it's having those conversations with the right people, no matter how hard they are, at the right time.